Hi guys, welcome back to Occultists Anonymous with our Richmond, Virginia mini-series where Songbird / Chris is storytelling and I'm getting to be just one of the players and I have no idea what's happening. As always, we are sponsored by Roll20, The Onyx Path, and viewers like you. Thank you guys for your support, for your sharing. I definitely see you guys in chat welcoming people, which is awesome. YouTube comments are absolutely phenomenal and terrific, and it's still fun to see people catching up and adding comments and stuff like that. And occasionally people will make comments about Mammon. And I go, ha, just you wait. But of course I have to remember that there are people who haven't seen the actual series yet. And so I will not say anything more about Mammon. Because you might not have seen episodes 1 through 36. A special shout out to our supporters on Patreon who support us monetarily and give us a little bit of money that goes a long way, and we greatly appreciate it. Thank you to Ryan, Thomas, Schmitty, James, Perry, Josh, Michael, Doc, Brandon, Bernie, Rovisgrad, Cinna, Puppeteer, John, Danny, Moku, Melissa, Julian, Firekeeper, New Sympathy, Who Dis, Noctal, Alan, Michael, Badur, Nova, Sebastian, Terry, Algos, Lance, Giovanni, Cat Feathers, Alexander, Jenny, Not Michael, Emil, Adam, Usuf Sama, and Al. Thank you guys for your support. It really does help us do extra stuff for the show. We actually crossed that $200 threshold, which means Amanda is now editing. Hi, Amanda. She edits the second half stuff. So now it's like we're like, we didn't like that. We can just be like, Amanda, just cut this out. And then we will be at her mercy whether or not she actually cuts it out. I love you. Anyways, yeah. And of course, that does mean that we have new character art that is coming. We will see that at episode 100. And then I'm starting to get some plans for what we might put money towards next. Possibly more art for backup characters and those characters, or maybe these characters, or maybe we figure out something else to do, like merch maybe, and buy art or buy license for the art, and I don't know. But that's your guys' support that goes towards that, and I'm already working out an idea for extra videos that I will try and squeeze in here and there, maybe once a month or something like that. So, right. I'm done.
Stop talking. You're not in charge.
Yes, sir.
So let's jump back to Vicar, because you were like a day behind them, so let's get everyone on the same day path.
Yeah, everything you were doing was the night of. Okay.
It took longer to do that night. Somebody banned Noctal from chat. I kid.
I'll figure out.
Yeah, Drew's the stepdad.
Oh, don't even bring that stepdad, Drew.
I don't need that. Yeah.
I don't need that
stepdad.
Right now. Currently is my supervisor. Yes.
There's a very speedy little spider on my wall. I can't reach it before it runs away.
So yeah, what does Vicar do to continue his vengeful investigation quest?
Well, he's going to spend a couple hours rearranging the furniture in his room. Feng shui the whole place.
This hotel room.
Yes, because that's one of his oblations. So he can get a little bit of mana back. He's got 5 lethal damage to deal with. He's pretty fucked up. So he's going to be resting for a while to get better. I don't think this is the kind of thing you go to a hospital for.
How many
what's that? What'd you say?
You can heal yourself to a certain extent, can't you?
Yeah.
With mana?
Mm-hmm. But I don't
it's
have
expensive.
A lot of that. Yeah.
You could ask your order for a favor.
That's not really Vicar's. That's not a card in Vicar's deck.
Craig doesn't play nice with his order, no matter what character he plays.
That's not true. Just these particular personalities. And Vicar's only really part of the
2 out of 2.
Right,
only
yeah.
evidence.
It's a small sample size. But Vicar's not really, he's only part of the Free Council because they have loosely similar goals.
Mm-hmm.
Free Council aren't big fans of Seers, so that's why he ended up there after he left his previous order.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I just got to get some mana back, and then I can do some healing on my own. So I'll be laying low for probably a couple days.
You're basically just taking your character out of commission while we're doing all of this.
I'm too injured to do much, and my Willow 1 mana, I burned it all out in a big blaze of glory. I need to do some time to recuperate.
If only there were overarching organizations of mages that are meant to help mages recover after they do wicked magic stuff.
Well, he's also aware that he's just murdered a Supernal. So
we don't know that.
No, I know, but sooner or later somebody's going to find out.
Man, if only there was somebody with loose morals with 4 dots in life that also just recently killed a seer.
And is in your order.
But look, I don't know where your character is, right? We haven't really met yet, so.
How do you know you haven't met?
But Free Council. We have a connection.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was to say, don't shoot yourself in the foot. You
I mean,
guys
if you want
totally
to
could know
sideline
each
your
other.
character while we do things for like 4 days.
Because you could totally know each other.
Okay, well, if that's a thing.
I mean, sorry, Chris, I'm shutting up now.
Yeah.
No, I mean, you totally can. Like, you don't have to be friends, and you're probably not friends, but like, you might know.
If you've been around the city for a little bit.
Fairly high-powered Thyrsus is in town doing.
I'll give
at least
your call.
By reputation, some of the same things you're doing. So
yeah, okay. So I'll give use Free Council status to track down her number and give Amanita a call.
Sure.
Okay.
Hey, had a rough day. Think you could do a little bit of healing for me?
Sure. Who is this?
I'm sorry. This is Vicar.
Okay.
We're Free Council together. I got your name from the Free Council.
I mean,
yes, I'm aware of who you are.
They 100% have a phone book. Like, yeah.
Okay, where are you?
I can be anywhere you need me to be.
Okay,
Is now a good time?
Sure. I guess come to what would be, do you have like a council house? Wherever I've been meeting, Huxley.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Come back to the, I don't, what's the word for it? I don't know.
90% sure it's a guild house, but I can't.
Guild house, I think. Guild house, good hall, something like that.
Yeah. Come over to the guild hall. I can patch you up.
Okay. So I head over. Take the bike. Don't want to freak anybody out.
Yep.
Okay. I have Knit as a praxis. Just trying to decide if I want to do that or mend. How hurt are you?
I have 5 lethal. So yeah, you walk in and Vicar looks fucked up.
Rough day?
Yeah, you could say that.
Okay.
Productive, but yeah, it was a rough start.
Cool. Let's see. Mend, heals.
Mend would do it with just instant and just boom.
Yeah.
Because it's 2 lethal per potency.
Mm-hmm.
You've got 4
and
potencies.
And start with 4. So, reach. I just need 1. Okay.
I was beat up by a church.
Oh, I don't have a spell roll macro.
How do you not have all these macros?
Because I used the ones that were already in the thing and you didn't put them there. So.
But I feel like you added and used them in the second half last week.
Mm-mm. I mean, if I did, it's because they were in there.
Okay.
I was copy pasting the thing that Craig had linked in our chat.
Oh, I see.
13, which actually I can go find right now and fix that. If I can find it.
I can paste it again quickly.
I'm copying the actual roll for you.
I shot the supernal and I shot the mage that sent it. Yep.
There you go. 10 again, 9 again, 8 again.
Is that right? Yes.
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay.
Hey!
6
Successes.
Thanks.
All right.
What do
I
I,
will take a condition.
Mm-hmm.
what do I owe you? You need something?
I mean, no.
I mean, no
Okay.
mana, like, literally 6 seconds of her time.
Yeah, like,
Yeah, but Vicar's also aware that she's provided a service, and sometimes people want something for that service. So, it's all right.
I mean, it's
Um,
part of being in the orders that you kind of help each other out. I guess don't
Right.
make this a habit. Like, I'd rather not get called out of bed to come patch a severely wounded man up regularly. But, you know.
I'll take that under advisement. No
Um,
promises, though.
As y'all are kind of talking, Huxley comes wandering out of her office and kind of looking around at some of the other goings on in the area. And, oh. Yeah, that'd be a great solution.
To
Amanita,
what?
we were talking about maybe getting you some backup, right?
Mm-hmm.
Vicar?
So you don't send me against a rank 4 prelate by myself again?
Yeah, I mean, you
Wait,
handled it
what?
well. Came back with no scars.
So that happened.
Stop, back up, ring for prelate.
Apparently. We didn't know that part. Decided to challenge me to an arcane duel, which I'm good at. So,
Apparently.
Seems
I mean,
needless-
I have like 8 dice.
Seems needlessly
8
flashy, but
points.
okay. So you and I need to
I'm-
sit down and have a drink sometime.
Sure.
Who was this prelate that you took care of?
Ascetica? That was his name, yeah.
Really?
Brought back his soulstone, his notes.
Vicar pulls out a notebook and, like, while he's sort of kind of glaring at Amanita,
Scratch it.
scratches off a name. Well, you just given me a dead end, so
I mean,
thanks.
no. I found his notes with all sorts of information on seers in the city.
Oh, you and I definitely need to have a drink.
This is what I was saying. I think the two of you should work together.
Sounds good. Because I'm, again, not super keen on going it alone. That went well. It could very easily not have. So, yeah.
So, like, Vicar's, you can see the gears turning in Vicar's head. It's like, what if he had had a partner yesterday and all the bad shit that would fall out of that? I don't usually work with others. I'm not really a team player.
Okay.
But
I mean-
if you took care of a prelate, you can look after yourself, obviously.
Apparently, it worked pretty well.
And I do want to have a look at those notes.
I've also got a
Sure,
soulstone, if you can learn anything from that. If you want to check it out.
Oh yes, absolutely. Okay, Huxley, we'll try it out if you're willing, Amanita.
Sure.
Cool.
You,
As long as it doesn't get in the way of, me doing my thing. I'll literally
I mean,
just
I'm-
a suggestion. So
Here it seems we're here for the same purpose. So yeah, makes sense.
You want to grab that drink down?
Sure.
What time is it, by the way?
I was to say, isn't it morning?
And Vicar does that math after the fact because it doesn't really matter, but he is aware that some people have, limits about that.
Yeah. Tomorrow I want to go crash because I also kind of had a rough day.
Okay. Well, do you want to meet back here tomorrow then?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. And timeline-wise, that will line us up too.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I had to make a pun in chat.
Sure. I'm wondering
Terrible.
so much about you now that we're hanging out in other venues.
So yeah, this is normal.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Let's catch back up with Drifter.
Who was heading to the Athenaeum?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Yeah. How much security do they appear to have?
It, from the outside, looks like a flat, squat warehouse. You're in the Scots Edition district, which is rapidly gentrifying, but used to just be a bunch of empty warehouse buildings and, disused factories and stuff.
Gotcha. Do I see any kind of, guard on duty or anything like that?
No, I think it's more of a, if you know that it's the place you should be going, you know where to go kind of thing.
Cool. Yeah. Drifter's going to keep a spell in mind, but at this point, one active spell right now, which I guess technically probably actually wouldn't show up on him. So, yeah. He just kind of makes his way over, checks some warehouse doors, kind of investigates and trying to figure out what's the approved, way in. Actually, probably Mage site to see if there's any, sigils and stuff like that.
Yeah, there is a sign on the door basically. That
speak Melon and enter.
Nah, it is because the building itself has a sign saying something along the lines of trying to think what a metal shop would have its name as.
Foundry?
Yeah, not really like a full foundry, but
fabrication or some kind of
Smith Brothers Fabrication or something, just very nondescript like that. And then the sigil on the door has lots of runes of the incorporated runes of the Mysterium and representations of Sanctum and stuff like that.
Cool. This is the place, and yeah, just gonna bebop it like I own it.
Cool.
Because I'm a silver ladder, and I do. Sort of.
The opens up into a main room full of machine shop tools and a roaring forge. And then there are off to the left and right two hallways formed by big cinder block walls that lead down to various different rooms and stuff like that.
Look up, look down, down I go. Anybody home?
And there's several people looking all around, but everyone kind of looks at you and then defers back down by kind of looking down at a small person wearing a welding mask and going about some work out in kind of the middle of the floor.
Foreman, can I borrow you for half a minute?
What? pulls off headphones. What are you doing here?
I came to talk to somebody about melted lead.
Oh, that'd be me.
Oh, cool. Is this a safe place to talk?
Depends on what we're talking about. If we're talking about welding, sure.
No, not talking about welding. As he gestures towards his attire, which is definitely not OSHA regulation.
Sure. Yeah, your suit would melt very quickly.
Yeah.
And they, take off the. It's kind of like modified that like headphones are modified into the welding mask.
Sure.
If you had Mattersight, it would ping. This person is of, I'd say, Hispanic-looking, light-skinned, incredibly androgynous, imperceivable gender, sort of, with a shaved head and shaved eyebrows. So they take off their helmet, set it down, and kind of gesture this way and lead back to an office.
Sure. I appreciate you taking a minute out of your time. I know you're probably busy working on stuff. I'm in like sealed room, right? It's like, yeah, okay, yeah. I'm Drifter. You'll excuse me if I don't give you my real name. But
wouldn't presume to ask.
Right. But I'm new around here. I'm working with Virgil. Yeah, so that makes two of us now.
100% increase. Not bad.
Yep. And it only took a year and a half, or so. But yeah, the caucus is kind of nudged me into, hey, moving in here. So I'm setting up shop somewhere in Richmond, and I figure I should come around, meet folks, see what services I can provide, as well as, I'll admit I'm using you. I'm looking for the hierarch, and they suggested that the curator might be able to assist me.
They being Virgil?
Virgil.
Yeah. I mean, process of elimination with there being two of you, right?
Right.
I can do a little bit more complicated math than that in my spare time, but...
I think Guan Yu, I think, suggested me meeting with Bless as well. But Bless, yeah, Guan Yu didn't send me here.
Interesting. I was just working on something for her.
I mean, if you need me, I can totally, as a favor, make a delivery, because I'm sure I'll see Guan Yu again soon.
She likes to pick up her toys in person.
Sure.
It gives me a bit of an outlet, a reason to craft the things that I do.
So the hierarch?
What about her?
I was looking to meet as apparently one of the few ranking members of the Silver Ladder, and thought I'd, say hello, see what services I can render. Us, thearchs were all about our pomp and circumstance.
Yeah. Well, sure, you can go meet her. She's even more about pomp and circumstance than y'all are, though, so, wish you the best of luck.
Interesting. And, how do you mean?
She takes like a big pause, checking her words carefully. Why don't you roll wits plus empathy?
Sure. And quick question, because you're asking me, motives is my specialization. Does this apply or? Okay.
For sure.
All right, let's see if I can squeeze in one more success out of that. No.
So yeah, she says, I don't think you two are going to get along.
Oh, I don't get along with a lot of people. But I work well with people just fine.
Sure. Well, pleasure to have you here. I'll pass along info.
They say in a tone that it indicates no pleasure at all.
Yeah. I'll pass along word to Bless that you'd like to be formally introduced to the council, I guess.
I mean, the council or provosts, but I mean, I'm very interested in meeting the hierarch, mostly because I mean, the Silver Ladder. Our job is running things administrating things, so that way you can continue smithing and collecting your magic and knowledge. The adamantine arrow can continue serving and protecting. Free council can continue doing whatever
the fuck they want. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And as such, I want to kind of step forward and put myself out there, and make myself of use. I'm in pretty well with the Silver Ladder, and but that doesn't help much here because there's just Virgil. So I basically on the bottom rung of the concilium, and bluntly, I'm not into that. I want to be of use and service, and make my way up.
What do you want to do here?
Right now, immediate goal, have more than 2 members of the Silver Ladder. Because, that whole decimated down to a man.
Sure.
And I don't know how the Mysterium does with, having their population diminish, but it makes us a little grumpy.
Sure.
No active...
Grumpy enough to do something about it?
I mean, I am here talking to you in a factory looking for the hierarch, who I'm really starting to note doesn't like being found for a hierarch. Actually, here's a real question for you. Has the hierarch been taking and listening to Bronze Law requests and overseeing, deals between cabals and mages? Because if this hierarch is this difficult to find, what are they doing?
She does her job. You can roll with both of the Ithy again if you like.
Sure.
Persuade.
Am I doing this again for motives?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, why did they come up as 60-10? Okay, that's fine. Whatever. Yes, I will take my 2 successes.
You pick up that she does that. 621 believes that Bless does her job to the letter.
Ooh, as a Silver Ladder.
But not to the spirit. That her personal projects may be distracting, and that, well, that's probably all you get out of that one sentence.
Yeah. If necessary, I have no goals at being the hierarch. I'm not coming here to throw her down or something like that. But I mean, clearly something is going on in this concilium. If the seers walked in and destroyed an entire representation of it, an entire order.
They didn't walk in. But...
Well, yes. But, I mean, where were the arrow? Where were the arrow not aware? Why have we not struck back? Why are we sitting here like a kicked and cowering dog? Sorry, is my emotion showing?
Huh. You know, you walked in here wearing all those clothes.
Douchebag through, yeah.
That.
And did not get the impression I was going to like you, but
Like
tell you
I
what,
said,
you finish up your introductions and come back and let me know what you think of Bless. And
sure. Well, I mean, like I said, a lot of people don't like me, but when I work with people, I get shit done. So,
and
Bliss is going to call me?
Yeah.
Joy. It has been a pleasure. Nice to meet you. Handshake, which Drifter does not normally do. And I will see myself out unless you have some immediate favor or need of me.
no, I'll keep it in mind though.
Cool. And trying to think. Yeah, and then with that, Drifter just bebops right back out of here. Hops on a motorcycle, drives off.
One of these
under his
days,
breath.
you're going to rock steady somewhere.
No.
Dumb.
And then
I couldn't hold it in. That's a dumb joke.
just leaving it alone. And then Drifter is going to drive to the wrong part of town and go snoop around for an active fist fight to sit back and enjoy and watch, or if he can't find one,
Make one.
find a
Make one.
rough bar and make one.
What are you eating, dog?
What do you have? Run. Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, Amanita and Drifter.
Vicar.
Yeah, sorry, Vicar. Cowboy number 2.
Other cowboy with similar sounding
I know.
name.
I leaned real heavily away from the
I know,
cowboy after a
I know.
minute.
I know. Vicar and Amanita. Y'all meet up and have a beverage the next day.
I would want to go towards downtown, where I know there is apparently something going on with the spirits and the werewolves. Also, nice bars.
So the two of you find a quiet, out of the way spot in a bar. Booth over in the corner, probably. Classic role-playing game.
Right. You all
Yep.
start in a bar, hoods up.
Hmm. All 5 of you are in different corners of the bar.
Yes, the bar has 5 corners.
Yep. I think take it away.
So, would I have brought the notes from Aesthetica so you can look over them? Yeah.
Seems good.
That'd be great.
So yeah, I'll just hand you over the notebooks and like, this is what I got from his house.
I'm just throwing up a quick word.
We've gathered that there are others moving in, influencing spirits.
That's how
I
we met.
had
It's the Seers that are doing this?
Mhm.
And you got names?
No.
You just
that would be
have their-
convenient.
Yeah, that would be really convenient.
I did put feelers out for what's going on with spirits. Werewolves. They've apparently got the queen of the city working for them, which is possibly not great.
So we know what they're doing, but they don't know who's doing it.
No.
You have no connections from Amanita, or not Amanita, it's your Amanita, from, I can't remember her name.
Aesthetica.
You have no other connections from Aesthetica.
We have his notes. But again, no names.
A soulstone.
Soulstone.
That's true.
Did you bring the soulstone?
No, I would have left that with Huxley because she was freaked out by it.
Should give it to the Silver Ladder.
Why freaked out by the soulstone?
Because it's a rank 4 prelate soulstone.
Yeah.
They're going to put it somewhere safe. Which again, probably the Silver Ladder, you guys. Well, there are only 2 of you now. With you might not be the safest.
We're good. Bring it on by. All this information you want, I can handle.
There may be some good connections off of that thing.
I mean, if you want to ask Huxley to check it out, sure. I don't know where she put it. Yeah,
just in a desk drawer.
I've been trying to keep an eye on the spirits. Do you? I was going to try to chat with some of the ones from downtown to see if they have more information they can give me. I don't.
Right, the spirits might know who they're working with, right?
Mm-hmm. Or know who has been sticking their noses around and trying to influence things, because we know that that's what they're doing. Do you know anything about spirits?
So it's like a 10-second pause. No.
Okay.
Not
Do
really.
you want
Not
to?
really my thing. Well, I know that if somebody's summoning spirits or compelling them, that they leave connections behind, and I can follow those connections to find out who's doing it and kill them.
I mean, yeah. I don't know how I would find a spirit that's been summoned.
Good with space and spirit. If only you knew somebody who had
If only
space
someone had space and spirit.
spirit.
But if you can find a spirit that's been affected by these guys, I can probably trace a connection from it.
Sure, we can go looking. Do you want to sort of, I guess, watch my back while I chat with spirits? Because this might... I'm worried about attracting the wrong sort of attention here, doing this.
Sure.
Okay. Well, in that case, I guess we'll pay our tab and go for a walk.
All right.
And can I,
sorry, go ahead.
I want to put spirit sight on so I can try to
How
see.
voluminous are these notes?
I'm sure
There's a
they're
lot
all
of writing,
coded.
but there's a lot of it's. I mean, someone that's that heavily invested in being a prelate is quite literally operating on another plane of existence, and like a lot of it is just it makes no sense, or it's just horrifying to read, and you don't get a lot out of it.
Can I do an intelligence investigation roll to see if I can find some salient details that mesh with what I already know? There might be some clues there that tip me off in the direction or something.
A dream interpretation would be a cult.
Yeah, you could do a cult.
Sure. That works for me too. Three successes.
Sure. You get a better idea of what Ascetica and his folks were trying to accomplish in town. That they are purposely infiltrating various churches in the area and ramping up people's
Mm.
conservatism, shall we say?
Fanaticism.
fanaticism.
Religious fervor.
Yeah. Which has also, as a side effect, increased racial tensions in the city. It seems that they've borrowed a page out of Mammon's playbook and are dealing a lot in the real estate markets in town to, displace folks and change the landscape of the city in a way that will further their causes. You get the impression that, and like having compared notes with Amanita, you get the impression that between the two of you, you've wiped out pretty much their whole pylon.
Okay.
Y'all been doing work.
So, Paternoster, done. Mostly, I mean.
The local paternoster. Yes.
Yeah, but they've also set some stuff in motion that's going to continue flowing.
Also, the other ones we still got to look out for.
Yeah.
The Orpheans.
Orpheans.
All right.
I mean, good work.
Yeah, let's go find some spirits.
Okay.
And he
See,
says that with like a wave of his hand, like, find some spirits or whatever.
Yeah, I'm going to go try to have a chat.
Cool. So, especially in a big, stressful downtown environment, you're able to find a good number of spirits kind of hiding in the twilight and absorbing some resonance. Spirits of traffic, of anxiety, frustration. There are larger spirits of... well, they might not be on the side of the... They're probably not on the side of the gauntlet. You would know that there are larger spirits of like some of the big corporate buildings and stuff like that. And then there are several parks and places downtown that might have more natural resonant spirits floating around. Your call on what exactly you want to...
I'd probably head to one of the parks. I feel like I can get along better with the closer to nature-based spirits.
Cool. You head over to, let's see, from downtown. There is a park that kind of walks along the canal. And you're able to find a couple spirits kind of playing around in the water and of the river and jumping out and floating around, enjoying some resonance of a good spring sunny day.
Okay. Let's see. I need to cast that Exorcist's Eye again. I can put it on Vicar too. Let him see and chat. Because it does let you see them. I saw that. You don't need spirit side up.
Right.
It works exactly like Speak with the Dead. That was 13. Yeah. What's this?
Before you start casting magic, I want to ward to both of us.
Okay.
For a longer turn. So 7, 12. Instant cast and advanced duration. 5 successes. I'll take it.
Can both just take a beat.
Go.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So now we can chat with them. So.
And Craig, don't forget that gets you a willpower back too.
Yes.
Sendo, you're hurting.
I am hurting.
You got one back from sleeping.
Yeah.
Oh, I have exorcists. I have it as a praxis. Well, it doesn't matter.
You got 7 successes. It's you don't get a double.
What do you want?
Double success.
Double critical.
I only did that once. All right.
You sound like 11 successes.
Yeah, it was like a ridiculous number of successes.
So I'm just gonna walk over to the. I guess there's a railing, probably.
Mhm.
Hi, guys.
They're not all nice.
I'm approaching them nicely. I don't have the power for spirits to make them do things for me.
Sure.
Nice
and
is...
one of them just like spits a stream of water up at you. It doesn't actually hit you because it's in the twilight, but
yeah,
the gesture is made.
Yeah.
What do you want?
Information. Would you like to make a deal? I can give them mana, right, as essence?
There is no.
There
in
is
short,
a spirit spell.
There's a spell that lets you trade.
it lets you give essence that you have collected. What you're thinking about is what you can do with a familiar.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks to, I can't remember who it was in Discord who's been talking about their different spirit stuff that really brushed me up on my spirit stuff.
Wasn't it Moku? Because
no, it was maybe it was Moku. No, dang it, can't remember.
Either way,
Oh, it mentions mana on the spell. That's why I was confusing them.
Yep.
What could you? And they like start like circling around in the water and popping back up. And what would you have to give us? You're an outsider.
I don't really know what I can give them now. That's the thing. I was going to plan on making a trade for that, but I would have had to have pulled essence from somewhere else first. Trying to think of what I can offer them. Rank 2.
Now, you could willingly let them nom essence right out of you.
What would that do to me?
Loss of willpower, I believe. I'm double checking real quick.
I mean, I've got 6 willpower. They can have one.
Drained is resolved by blah. Gains the most successes, receives points of willpower or essence equal to the number of successes.
Okay, yeah. I would make that trade with them. You give me information. You can take as much essence as you can get, I guess.
A snack.
A snack, yes. I can't
Very
guarantee how many you'll get, but...
Well, if you decide to not contest, could be potentially a lot.
I mean, still however many successes they get, so...
Right.
Where is this at, by the way?
Drain, 262.
It's the Numina.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Cool. Very well. What do you want to know?
I'm looking...
And then another one that's like sitting there is like, no, pay first.
I mean, I'm going to ask my question, and then you can see if you know the answer. Because if you can't help me, then we don't have a trade.
Fine. Ask away.
Okay. I'm looking for any information you might have on other outsiders who have been manipulating the shadow, increasing tension and strife, bad emotions.
Oh, you want to know about the War Makers?
Yes.
Very well.
Mm-hmm.
We know.
Mm-hmm.
Because we are close to her. We see what she does.
Perfect.
And they like look over their shoulders at something that you can't see.
Mm-hmm. Can you tell me, or are you somehow bound to secrecy?
No, we will tell you.
Okay.
But snack.
All right. Go ahead.
Numina is what, like
Power plus finesse.
finesse. These are just little babies. Probably got like, call it 5 dice.
Okay, they can have one.
Little snack.
Itty bitty snack.
They don't need much.
So I lose
One willpower.
willpower.
Outsiders come here, intrude, and sow discord and strife.
Mhm.
They want to make war. This sounds very good to some of us.
Mhm.
The humans do much that is bad. The queen thinks maybe these war makers have good point. But the queen's friends, they resist.
Are the queen's friends the werewolves?
The children, yes.
Mm-hmm.
You know much. You already know this. Why you come to us?
I need information on the war makers. I'm
I do
aware
not
of the
know
werewolves.
where they are.
Hmm?
I don't know where they are. They pop in, they pop out, they intrude.
Do you know anything that might lead me to them? That might help me find them? Descriptions, names.
I don't know them. I don't know where to find them. But
Do you know anyone
maybe
who
check
might?
with the children.
Okay. You say they are opposed to the things the outsiders are doing?
They are... Yes.
Okay. We might be able to work together then. Thank you. That was helpful. Right. And Vicar, do you have any questions for a water spirit?
Not unless they got names.
Okay.
Or if they can give us a spirit that's like in type with these folks.
I mean, they told us to go ask the wolves.
Okay.
So I'm fine with that.
Let's go talk to someone else.
Okay. Do you know where we can find them?
Mm-hmm.
Because just walking around town asking for werewolves is probably not great.
You'd be silly to do that.
We would be.
Well, they usually come around here at night to talk to the queen.
Is the queen around here?
You can't see her?
No.
Yeah. She's,
Based on what we know, we probably can't see her the same reason somebody in Trafalgar can't see London.
she's right behind us. And over there, and over there.
Okay. Well,
I look
What's your
around.
roll? Wits plus spirit.
I'm good at wits. I'm not great at spirit. Unselect gnosis. Come on.
Wow, we are dropping a bunch of frames.
Yeah, one success.
You realize that the spirit is telling you that the queen is the spirit of the river.
Okay. But I can't see her, right? Because she's on the other side of the gauntlet.
She's on the other side.
Okay. I guess we can Do you want to hang around here and see if any werewolves come?
Why don't we find someplace more comfortable to pass the time?
I mean, it's a park. We can find like a bench to sit on.
Not exactly what I had in mind. Is there a bar around?
I'm going to keep an eye out for werewolves if I'm inside a bar.
Well, they come out at night, right?
Yeah. I mean, they can come out during the day too, but if they come here at night, yeah.
Yeah, so let's go relax until nighttime.
Okay. I'm not trying to get drunk and then go hang out with some werewolves.
That's your
Meanwhile,
other character.
Atreides. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's jump from y'all. Get Drifter a couple more minutes to finish off the episode. Drifter, you get a call later in the day. The sweet voice of an elderly woman.
Mm-hmm.
Drifter.
And immediately the name Bless just makes sense. Yes, ma'am.
Bless your heart.
I heard that you want to meet.
Yes, if this is Bless.
Of course it is.
Well, I mean, you were very, very rude and didn't introduce yourself on the phone when you called.
Way to start off on the right foot.
I said most people don't like Drifter.
You don't strike me as the kind of person that would answer their phone unless they knew who was calling.
Oh, I always answer my phone. I have a lot of people who might call.
Very well. Do you want to keep complaining about this, or do you want to hear what I had to say?
Well, I wanted to meet you, but yeah, we can talk.
Right. Well, 621 said that you wanted to meet, so I was going to extend an offer for you to come and meet me.
And have cookies.
Wanted to introduce. She said that, or they said that you wanted to introduce yourself, sort of semi-formally to the Concilium, as you might be sticking around.
Correct.
Well, I would love to have you tomorrow afternoon. I'll set out some tea and some cakes. Have ourselves a nice little chat.
Sure. And where will this be?
I will send you an address.
Okay. Was that it?
It's going to be a long session, long afternoon, isn't it?
Probably not.
All right, then.
Thank you, ma'am. Hang up.
I'll see if I can't.
Oh shit! You're not looking for any favors.
Nope.
Not friends.
Not from this lady. Like, that was literally, like, if she wanted, oh man, every little bit of Silver Ladder and Drifter is freaking out right now. Because A, that's not how you handle that. B, but if you're going to mess around with manners, then send the invitation that has the time and the location, and then somebody arrives. This whole, I'm going to call you to tell you about the invitation I'm going to send you. Lord, no.
The call was the invitation?
But it was only half the invitation.
Didn't say where.
Right. Like, come on. Where's her manners?
Okay. Chris is fundamentally disagreeing with you.
Oh, no. That's fine. Like, this is also Drifter just like Drifter knows exactly who he is. He's a Mastigos. He pushes boundaries and he intentionally, like, rubs people the wrong way. Because then they should, like, yeah.
All right. I mean, your fault if she just life unmakes you upon sight, so.
That's fine.
All right, well, that
If
threw me off, so on Drew's incredibly rude character, I think we'll fucking... I don't have anything else.
Yep. This is a very weird end of this episode.
Weird end of an episode. Sorry, guys.
Yep.
Maybe we could cut over to trying to meet a werewolf.
The next...
See you next week.
Yeah, it's like 7 minutes.
I've got an idea what the fuck I'm doing, and we hopefully don't get interrupted on our Twitch channel.
Yeah, that was very odd. Sorry about that, folks. If you're watching on Twitch,
And yeah, we're like not even streaming at all in Twitch. It's lagging so badly.
Yeah, we're dropping a lot of frames. So I don't know what kind of connection issues we're having with getting over to Twitch and the channel. So sorry about that, guys. On Twitch, YouTube guys, hey, you just have a slightly shorter episode. We had some technical issues, and we're just moving right along. As always, come join us on Discord, yeetinto.space. Hang out with us there, talk about what's going on, figure out what the heck happened here at the end of the episode or whatever. If you want to support us monetarily, that is patreon.com/occultistanonymous or staylucky.club. And yeah, we'll catch you guys up on Tuesday when Drifter gets unmade by a probably pissed off hierarch. So yeah, yeah. Well, we'll see. Until next time, guys. Oh wait, we don't do that. We'll see you.
Bye.